What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing an honest review on my Kirby Sentria 2. So I'm gonna pause this real quick and get position my camera in a space that I really like. Okay, so this is my honest review of the Kirby Sentria 2. Now, this vacuum has been a great vacuum in my collection so far. It's been really easy to use. I shampooed my rug with it. It's got height adjustment. Well, anyways, let's get on to the review. So, first of all, what I want to know is that you can switch out the attachments on this thing. So, you can twist the belt lifter to get your main nozzle off the machine, and then you can put your hose on there. And then you can also take the bag off of this machine so you can mount tools in there too for blowing. And you can put the air duct here. So anyways, so yeah, it's very easy to get tools attached onto this. And the bag is really easy to take off, so you can change it or shake out the mini emptor. But anyways, I'm gonna turn this so it's a wider screen. Alright, so it's really easy to use. It's not not light, but it's got good suction. It's got the best height adjustment in the world. It's got a handle lock, and it has a transmission. So for the abilities, like all the tools and stuff, I'd give this a 8.7 out of 10. Because sometimes it doesn't get easy, and then sometimes it is. So 8.7 out of 10. Now, I want to check. Let's see how much dirt the bag can hold. So, I think it might be almost full. But it's really easy to change the bag. So, this is not really full. But you got at least, I don't know, 2 months of vacuuming. I'll have to Google how much use of a Kirby bag you have, or how much space in a Kirby bag you have until it runs out. I mean, if you want to be an idiot and let it go past the full line, then go ahead and read your machine. But the bag, bag space is actually not all that bad, and it's really easy to pop the bag off by just pushing a button on the handle. Now, the cord wrap system, the cord hook system is also handy because it involves multiple cord hooks, and you can even hook the cord at the top for easier use, so you don't have your cord in the way. Anyways, so yeah, that's one thing. So, bag storage, I would give 9.8 out of 10. So, yeah. Right. Now, I want to talk about, I'm going to give this an honest review of how easy it is to convert this thing into a stair cleaner. All you just have to do is push a button at the back, and that's really easy. And then you just pull the handle off, and the handle lock is really useful. What do I want to say? if you're storing this. So it's really easy to convert this thing into a stair cleaner, a mattress cleaner, and a couch cleaner. So all you just have to do is take the main handle out and put in the small handle and clip the bag in place, just like this. And then you have fully converted this thing into a stair, couch, and bed cleaner. So I'd give that a 10 out of 10 for like converting this thing into a stair, a couch, and a bed cleaner. It becomes handheld, but it is heavy. So the weight I would say this is like 30 pounds. So if you don't want to have 30 pounds, if you don't want to carry 30 pounds, then you don't have to. So I'm going to clip this cord. So like the cord clips are really useful, as I said. So I'm going to clip the cord there. Well, it's only the wrapping up part that can be annoying if you have tangles in your cord, but other than that, it's okay. So, the length of the cord is pretty long, so like longer than a rainbow cord. So I'd give that like a 9 out of 10. Just a straight 9 out of 10. The height adjustment is obviously a 10 out of 10 because you can actually select the level instead of like having a dial. You can just use this, like a foot height adjuster, just like a Dirt Devil Deluxe, is awesome. Where you have many positions. You have 7 positions, which is really nice. And you also have a brush roll indicator light, so that's also a 10 out of 10. Now, let's get into the tools. So, I'm going to be rating these tools. So, honest review on these tools and the hose. So, the hose is like really good, so we're going to convert this. So converting the machine into a hose machine is not really all that much work to do. And the safety system on Kirby Sentria 2 is honestly amazing, which is a straight 10 out of 10. Because, it has multiple buttons and stuff. So the hose is pretty nice because it has this slanted cuff end for more performance. So the hose length is decent, and they put Kirby on there probably for a reason. So Kirby puts their name on everything. So I will move this out of the way. So now, it does come with a wand that you can, it does come with a handle that you can easily put on there. And it does come with a suction control dial. So that's a 9.7 out of 10. It's not going to work the best, but still relieves some suction. Okay, now it comes with 2 straight wands for the floor nozzle, so very cool. And then 2 curved cuff two slanted cuff end wands. So these are for cleaning curtains, like getting really high up on the ceiling or something, if you want these to be like slanted. So so the wands are a 9.9 out of 10. They aren't the best, but they are worth it. So I'm gonna put this stuff back. The tool holder is easily a 10 out of 10. It just makes things easier. And I forgot to mention, you can mount this on a wall if you didn't know that. So keep these tools out. Alright, now we're gonna start with the crevice tool. So the crevice tool has a brush that can be easily mounted inside for extra cleaning. Just push it in like that. But if you just want it to be a normal crevice tool, then you can have it as a normal crevice tool. So all you just do is squeeze the tabs and put this brush inside. So like, it may be a little hard because it seems like this was never taken out. Now, one thing I want to say is my Kirby was pre-owned. So the bag, it needs to be changed. So you can put the brush in there like that. So I'd rate the crevice tool a 8 out of 10 because it's reliable, but sometimes the brush just gets in the way. The dusting brush. So the texture of the brush is pretty nice. So we're gonna compare it to a rainbow dusting brush. The stiffness. So they're mostly the same. So the dusting brush. Well, dusting brushes aren't really too good, but they are actually pretty good for dusting. So 9.6 out of 10. The upholstery tool / curtain cleaning brush. So this has pretty stiff brushes for upholstery cleaning and curtain cleaning. So honestly, I'd have to give this a 7.9 out of 10 because it's not going to be the best since you have to take the brushes out of the tool. So yeah, that makes sense. And then we have the floor / very low pile carpet nozzle. So you can use this on carpets and even floors. But this is mostly used for a floor nozzle. Because it's clearly meant for floors and not really carpets of anything like that. Because it does, this brush does agitate a little bit, but it's not going to really do much. But since Kirby's have a lot of suction, then I'd have to give this floor nozzle a since you can't really use it on carpets, that would be a 4 out of 10. But for floors, it would be a 10 out of 10. So, yeah, 10 out of 10 for it. But on carpets with that thing, not really. So, I'll bump the rating up to 4.9. Because it's not really the best. But anyways, yeah. And then this tool holder comes with a strap on it to store your hose, so that's also easily a 10 out of 10. So let's get this uninstalled and put the tools back. And then we'll do the last thing for this review, which that would be the Sentria 2 shampooing system. So you always have to wrap this hose up for easier storage. Well, and then the tool holder has a carry handle, so you can carry it around. So yeah, that's also good. Now, we have the Sentria 2 shampooing system. So, it comes with the shampoo. This is lavender, I believe. Yeah, lavender scented. So, here's the air duct when you have the hose mounted here. So, right. So if you won't have the hose mounted there for blowing, you just put the air duct in or air intake, and just like that. Just like that. And your Kirby is easily converted into a flicking leaf blower or a toy inflator. So, these belts, I believe, have not been replaced, or maybe they have been because they look pretty new. Anyways, we'll set the air duct aside because now we're bringing out the little shampooing system. So this is the handheld shampooer for the Sentria 2 system. So you can also use this as a spray painter, but I don't have this little nozzle at the end. But you attach the hose to it. So you would put the air duct in like this, and then twist the lock on, then put the hood down, twist off the mini emptor, take the bag off, then attach the hose there, twist it on, then put the hose through here, and then just like turn the machine on. You have a mini shampooer. So this is for stairs. It can also be a spray painter. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And like a little mattress, like a little like spot cleaner. So like a spot cleaner. But all you have to do is grab a scrub brush, and you don't even have to suck up anything. You just let it sit. So you let the shampoo sit for 10 minutes, or the foamed up shampoo, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then scrub it for the mini handheld shampoo. Anyways, let's get this air duct off here. And now we're going to bring out the main shampooing system. So the mini handheld shampooer, I give this a 9 out of 10. And then the air duct is easily a 10 out of 10. Because it lets air flow in, out of the bag. So, here is the shampooer system. So I'm going to take the bag off for this. So obviously you have to take the bag off for this. So you have to vacuum. That's obviously a big rule before shampooing. And this is really easy to set up. So all you just have to do is, hold on, sometimes this can be a little frisky. Is the belt lifter even up? Yeah, it's not. Sometimes you have to give this a little raise. There we go. So sometimes this can be a little frisky. So honestly, it's really easy to set up. Even though this is plastic, you may think this will break, but it won't. So honestly, already you can see how easy this is to set up. So the hose is color coded. So this end, it goes on here with the blue end, and then this one gets put in there. So And you can also use this as a carpet fluffer. So the shampoo system, I'd rate this a since you have to put it on position 1, I would honestly rate this a 10 out of 10 because it like the foam actually brings up the dirt, and if you have a dog crap stain that's been sitting for like 20 years or maybe like 5 years, maybe like a month, just grab a scrub brush and scrub it. Like, people on TikTok are just now complaining about freaking vacuums. Like, every single vacuum, so. Yeah. So, the shampooing system, it's a easy 10 out of 10. So, you can also use this as a carpet fluffer. So, all you just have to do is you would take this off. But I really don't feel like it, just for the sake of it. So, if you have like carpets that are really down and not fluffy, then use this as a carpet fluffer. So, the shampoo is great. Everything is mostly great about this machine. The suction is amazing on this machine. So I'm going to put the air ducts or the air intake in the Kirby tool set. So yeah, in general, the whole system is so like after I'm done putting all this back together. So, I gotta put this back on. So it takes a little bit to set this thing back up, but it's not really much to set up. Like, it's very easy to set up. And the safety system is astonishing. So yeah. So the honest rating that I would give this machine, or the Sentria 2, or it'd be the same for the Sentria 1, is a, drum roll, so it would be a 9.9 out of 10. The reason why is because it's a little heavy, but not really too bulky and wide. So, like, it's not really a fat vacuum like other vacuums. So, I guess we'll also do a rainbow vacuum review. Okay, rainbow fans, so here's my E2 Gold. It doesn't really matter what model you have, but honestly, since this one's a more modern model, I'm going to be doing a review on this one. So, this right here, folks, is the E2 Gold. Now, this is going to be an honest review of the E2 Gold, like I did with the Kirby just a few seconds ago. So, the looks of this machine is honestly a 10 out of 10. So I am going to like turn this on for a loudness level, but the cord length is a 8.5 out of 10 because it's not very long. But this does have HEPA filtration, and it also involves water technology. So that's a bonus. And it has complete seals. It's like completely sealed. So the water washing technology is honestly amazing for this machine. So water gets spinned around and dirt gets put in there, and wet dust can't fly. But some of the little particles will get out, so that HEPA filter traps 100% of the little particles. So yeah, rainbows are honestly great. They're such an depending on the model, it's good. Like okay for the Rex Air Model C. So this is really too much of a bulky machine. It doesn't really take much to set this up. But one note is you have to clean the separator after each use, so you get better performance. And you gotta clean the HEPA every 4 years. Or replace it. So I'm gonna have to get a replacement HEPA in 2 more years. So the water basin holds a decent amount of water. I don't know how much liters, but I'll have to Google that later. And I'll say in a next video, but it holds a decent amount of water. And the separator system is honestly pretty good. And it does have a safety system. It's more modern than the other rainbows. So the D4C and the Model C do not have a safety system. Now, another thing I want to note is that the Serena S10NA, my first water filtration vacuum I ever got, my collection does have a safety system with a faster slowing down motor, and plus it's Italian. So this machine is really easy to set up. So since this is the newer model of the E-Series, so the first E-Series came out in 1998, and then the 2-speed, I believe, was made in 2003. So you got full speed, which is vacuum mode, and then air purifier, which is for air purifying, obviously. So one thing I want to say is you have to run this for 60 seconds if you want to air purify. So it doesn't really come with much tools, but it does come with some. Now I basically got the full set. So here's the crevice tool. So this is 20 pounds. So it's not really that heavy. That's with water in it. It's 17 pounds without water. But the crevice tool is really nice. It's actually decently long, so 7.8 out of 10. The upholstery tool can also be converted into a wet pickup tool. So this vacuum can also be converted into a shop vac. So the bristles on the upholstery tool are stiff, so 9.9 out of 10. The upholstery tool itself is a 9.9 out of 10. Because it's really nice that you can convert this into a upholstery tool that can suck up water or basically do anything. And then the dusting brush is the same as the Kirby, so that would be a 10 out of 10. So the tool holder only has 3 spots for the 3 main tools that I just showed you. The upholstery tool, the dusting brush, and the crevice tool. So that is a 7.7 out of 10. You can either store it on the machine with the side grooves, or you can store it on the power nozzle one with the plastic holder. So now, here's the first tool for it, like the main tool that people use on floors, and don't even use the floor nozzle. Like, use the floor nozzle, not the freaking power nozzle for floors. Only use this on carpets, and don't even think of using this on mattresses. It's only meant for carpets, not mattresses. Use it correctly, people. Not meant for mattresses. That's what the Rainbow Mate is meant for. So it's this little electric motorized nozzle. So basically, an electric. So in an electrified turbo nozzle. That's what I was trying to say. Use that instead. Anyways, sorry for my little crash out here. So the power nozzle, this power nozzle has 3 heights. So 1 is for low pile, 2 is for medium pile, this is medium pile, and 3 is for high pile. Now this does not come with a suction release, but on the wet and dry hose and wands, it does. So this is really nice. It comes with a wooden brush wheel. It does really good. So my review on the power nozzle is 9.6 out of 10 because I believe there is also, they kept the little plastic beater bars in there. So that's also really good. So yeah, 9.8 out of 10. And don't even think of using the electrified hose for wet pickup. Like, if you're dumb enough to die because of that, then go ahead. Go ahead, be dumb enough. Like, there's literally a warning that literally says in the instructions not to use the electrified hose for wet pickup. It's like people destroy these machines. Sorry for the crash out. Anyways, here's the floor nozzle. It's got nice stiff washes. Well, not really too stiff. So this comes with suction relief or suction control, whatever the you want to call it. And this wet and dry hose is really nice too. So honestly, the floor nozzle would get a 10 out of 10 because it traps it gets all dust from the floors. And you can easily convert your rainbow into a carpet shampooing system, a wet dry vac, a air purifier, or a vacuum. Now these are not used as humidifiers, but people claim they are, so for dummies, they aren't. Anyways, now we're on to the shampooing system. So this is the water tank. It holds a lot of water, and you just put this on the caddy, and the machine just sits on top of it, clipped in place. And then in here are the wands, the bottle for shampoo, and the other stuff for the Aquamate. So you have the nozzle. You could get the rain jet for this. The carpet shampooing system, or the main handle for the carpet shampooing. The 2 wands with the hose clips, the small hose clips. And then the tube clips for the wet and dry hose. So yeah. This is pretty old, so my honest rate, my rating on the Aquamate would be a 10 out of 10. It gets your carpets clean. And the shampoo is not the original, but it got my carpets clean, so it works really well. Now, all shampoos are not efficient on water, but surprisingly, this one is pretty efficient because it's got an electric pump. I think all shampoos have an electric pump. Maybe it's an air pressurized one. So, anyways. Yeah, so that's basically it. So, we're gonna do a loudness test between the 3 rainbows I have. So, like, obviously the E series and the SE and the Model C all running together. So for this, I have to turn off my AC because I don't want my circuit breaker in my house to trip. So, right here's the Model C, the D4C, and the E2 Gold. So real quick, I want to make sure the Model C still works. Because this one, it smells old. And sometimes I might trust it. Okay, we're good. It still works. So I'm going to turn my rain main off. Which is probably a smart idea. I should probably get a prong protector for that. But the Model C has like a light switch design for the switch, which is actually kind of funny but smart at the same time. Because it's pretty easy to use. So not too loud. Now, since the E-Series has 2 speeds, we're going to run it on both speeds. So we'll bring this over here. So the E-Series you could barely hear. The D4C you could barely hear. The Rexer Model C. You can obviously hear. So the Model C we now know is the loudest without the hose. But they actually get pretty quiet when the hose is in. So, yeah. Since we know the Model C still works, I'm going to be using that. It sounds perfectly fine. Yes, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, this content is so boring and stupid. Well, yeah, it may seem stupid to you guys. But it's actually really special to me. Because I collect vacuums, as you all know. And I'm supposedly getting another Kirby. So, yeah. Anyways, so my final rating for the E-Series or the E2 Gold would be a 10 out of 10 because the technology. And the cord wrap is honestly really easy because the HEPA filter cover in the back is the bottom part of the cord wrap. And the cord wrap actually is part of the cover on the back, so you just slide the 2 sliders in, and then you're done. It's it's like really storable instead of having like an open cord wrap. I mean, it will probably be open until you use it, but I feel like I should probably stop leaving out all my vacuums in my collection and start using them. So newest to oldest. So every week I'm going to be using a different vacuum by its year. So, and then the shampoos I can just wait on. So the Kirby Sentria 2 is as old as me. So it was made in 2013 on my model. So my Kirby was made in 2013, so that means I'm 12. So it's my first vacuum that is as old as me. So yeah. Anyways, see y'all in the next one. Bye.